it's Nancy with Tea and Treasures. Welcome back to all of my followers, and welcome if you're new. Glad that you were able to find me and join us here. Today I have a couple finishes, a stack of stash, and then an update on my projects I've been working on. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's see, life updates. Do I have anything? Been really busy at work. We had some of our attorneys in. I work for a major law firm downtown Kansas City, and we had some of our attorneys come in, our diverse attorneys who are in a special program we have. They are within 1 to 3 years of partnership, and so we have a program that helps match them up with a seasoned attorney, and they're their champion for the rest of their career, hopefully. But anyway, they came in, and so we had a nice group come from around the country and enjoyed that. I think it's been almost a month since I've talked to you. So we also did that with our students. We have a scholars program where we invite college students from across the country. They qualify, they apply, qualify, and then join us here in Kansas City for 3 days of intensive training with our attorneys, and it's really a big boost for them. And that was really fun. I mean, it's great to see all those younger attorneys and what they're doing, what their hopes are. It's really fun to get to meet them. So those were 2 big things that I did at work. Outside of that, we have just started thinking about maybe looking for a new home and trying to find something that's a little less challenging stair-wise. And, I'll let you know how that goes. What we want is really kind of a unicorn. So it could be quite a while before this happens. But anyway, the hunt is always fun, right? As for finishes, I wanted to share with you that I finished Strawberry Faire, which I know a lot of you have seen this. It's by October House. What is it called? October House Fiber Arts. And it's just a beautiful little design. I really liked it. But I tell you, this thing had me going. I got the whole thing done and had the big strawberry left. And for some reason, I could not get the design in my head. The symbols just kept blurring all together. So I frogged it probably 3 different times before I finally got it finished. And I sat down one Saturday morning and just started working. I had one little section in up at the top, and I thought, okay, I'm going to start this at the bottom and we'll come up to meet it. It was off, so I had to frog the top section and then add it from the lower, and it came out just right then. I was so pleased because I gotten to the point where I was frustrated. I wanted to throw it out the window and just never see it again. But it's done. And this is my finish. I really, really like it on the gingham. I think that really sets it off, and I'm really pleased with the way it looks. So, yeah. It was a challenge, but I got it there. So then my next piece, I started working on gathering stitches. Let me put this on the board because I have a PDF that I purchased. Gathering Stitches by Misty Purcell. And I've forgotten one part of it. I don't have my buttons on yet, but I really liked it done in the pink. And I thought, hey, I've already started with the gingham. I've got another piece left, so let's just continue on with that. And I found a beautiful floss by Carrie's Creations, a silk, and I thought it just looked really pretty on here. And I got into it. I didn't have enough, so I had to improvise in a couple of areas, and this is what I did then. I used my what's that called? Krynic. The gold here. I put a tan in for the spool there. I put silver pins and a silver needle. Now I'm really thinking about going back in and changing the thimble, which I tell you, I couldn't even see as a thimble for the longest time. I kept thinking it looked like something off of one of the shows Eric watches, Doctor Who. One of those little creatures on there. I couldn't figure it out. But suddenly it hit me that it was actually a thimble. So because it's a metal object too, I thought I might go in and change that to either the silver or the gold and make it look like the other pieces on here. But I think it turned out cute. I really like how it looks. Those little birds are adorable. So those were my two big finishes this time. Was really pleased with those. And then next, I don't know if you guys have, I'm sure you guys have seen these, but last time I was talking about the labels that you put on the back of your pieces when you, like all of these behind me, so you don't forget what they are and what you did with them. Well, I couldn't find any that I really liked, so I made my own. I went out and found little pictures that I wanted to add to them, and mine have title of the piece, designer, stitched by, fabric, and date, and they all have that on there. So I've got a few different pages here. That one and this one. I try to use like old masters and just fun things that I really, prints that I really liked. Oh, see, these two were gone and I didn't know it. So I'll have to catch those next time. But yeah, I thought that's going to be fun. That'll be fun to have those on the back, and then I'll remember what all of these are, because I get to some of them and I'm like, okay, I know it's like this one. I know it's autumn. I know it's a triple, a tri, what do you call that? A triptych, but I can't remember who it's by. You know, and I know I stitched using the called for colors, but I don't know that I have it on the called for fabric. Just different things like that I'd like to know. And Laura stitched this one, so I think it's all done. I don't know who it's by. I'll have to look that up and see if I can find that. I'm sure she used the called for colors and fabric, because it's just how I remember the pattern looking. But wouldn't it be nice to know that and then to pass that down? So that's why I went ahead and created those, because the ones I had found were not exactly what I wanted to put on there. So I thought, you know, I know how to use a printer. I know how to use labels. I'll just do this. So now the next thing is getting it done. Okay, so I want to show you some new things that I've gotten now. I've got some stash in. And first off, I wanted to show you how I ordered Night Walk Down from the Blue Flower. And this is how my package was sent. Isn't that pretty? I really like it. This pattern has been around for a while, but I have always loved, let me take it out of the plastic for you. I have always loved it and just never got it ordered. And I was watching a Flosstube and somebody just finished it and I'm like, oh, I want that. Oh, there's something in here. Oh, the Blue Flower added a little identifier card on there. So that's really cool. It was in the middle of my pattern. But here is the design. Isn't that pretty? I just love all the flowy flowers and the woman and her cat and the moon. And if you don't know, it says Night Walk Down the Sky with the moon in her hand. And you can see there she's got the moon in her hand. Isn't that pretty? I keep saying that. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that pretty? So they sent that, and then a big thank you on the envelope. And of course, this is probably my invoice. I haven't really opened everything up. Yeah, this is my invoice. And then I got some cards. These are Orinco Originals. Oh, you can't see them, sorry. Orinco Originals that they are sending. So they're just cards of the designs and they tell a little bit about it on the back. They give you different things you might think of that you want to buy. I always like that too. Aren't those cute? And and then I have a little thank you here. And she sent me some bone and needles. And just perfect. These are the, it's all 3 sizes, 22, 24, and 26. So isn't that nice? That was included as a freebie. So I just had to share that because I thought that packaging was really nice. And, you know, I love it when people take a minute and really are thoughtful about what they're doing. Okay, then let me see how I want to do this part. I did a bunch more downloads. I got this one because of Jamie, because she looked through the list and she's like, can you get this and stitch this? So it's called Little Things Sampler, and if there is a bigger, well, let me see if I can see this. I can't see it this small. It's too dark in here right now. But isn't that gorgeous? So I will work on this eventually and get this out for her. Little drops of water, little grains of sand. Make the mighty ocean and a pleasant land. A pleasant land. Little deeds of kindness, little words of love. Make our world an Eden like the heaven above. But I, was sold, that's what the verse was there. I was sold on the border, which I don't know if you can, there, you can kind of see it there. I love the borders that she puts on these. This is by the gal that I found on Etsy, Stitches Through the Years. I really like her design. She's got some from others, but she gives you color copy, a black and white copy, and then a page here that, like they do on everything else, it's got all your pattern information, your floss key with all the conversions on here. So it's got CC. I can't think of who CC is now. My brain has just lost me. Classic Colorworks and the DMC conversions, Gentle Arts, Weeks Dye Works, and then one is a DMC hazelnut brown. But I like how she plans these out, and and then if there's a specialty stitch or something you can't see, she gives you another chart for that. This particular one had extra little patterns with it, and then gave me a full alphabet to use. So really nice on that. Then I was looking, I know you all have seen this Barbara Anna design. A lot of people did it this last winter. It's Dancer. I fell in love with him. I think he is so adorable. Just adorable. So I have him ready to go. And I've got something else with that in a few too. And then I have a download. Let's see. This is from Reflets de Soie. This was a freebie of hers. Zoe, Elie, 1842. Isn't that beautiful? Look at those flowers. Aren't they just gorgeous? I really like that. Oh, and I see there's a Z and an E here. So I will be working on this at some point. And then this one came out of, oh my goodness sakes. Let's see if I can turn that on. I can't read the fine print. Okay, it's called Berlin Works. And these are Berlin swallows. It came out of a book, and I've had it for a while, and I can't read what it says down there at the bottom. But I have always loved this one, and I wanted to get it out, so it was top in my mind, and I remembered it. I don't think there is an overlap on this one like our normal patterns have, so I'm going to have to be really careful and make sure it butts up properly so that I don't have extra spaces. But the little swallows are so pretty. So I will work on that one too. Now, I couldn't stand it. I went ahead and, okay, first off, this is a Judy Starkey bag. She makes these very nicely padded. Look at the beautiful color inside with the button to match. I get the smaller versions because I like that it fits the 8.5 by 11. She's really good. She's really quick. She's a real good friend. We love her for that, but sometimes we hate Judy because we have way too many bags. So anyway, as I mentioned with Dancer, I found another design by Barbara Anna that I really liked. I have not seen this in stores or anything, so when I found it, I had to go ahead and get it. Look at this. Isn't she beautiful? This is Spring Deer. Isn't she gorgeous? I just really, really love this. And I decided, pardon me, I would put her on this Dublin linen by Zweigert. It's 25 count. It's a piece that I have left, but I believe it's going to be large enough for her. And it's just a really beautiful blue. And then I know everybody shows all their colors anymore. I don't put mine on the floss. I can't even think what you call them now, the floss rings. But you can see the colors are going to be really pretty on this fabric. Look at that peacock blue. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, I don't cough until I start doing this. But I was prepared. I got my cough drop. So let me get that going, so I'm not coughing in your ear the entire time. So anyway, that's one that I've kitted up. And honestly, I think I'm going to start on it pretty quick here. Because after all, it is a spring deer. And it's spring, so why not? Okay, and this is my other Judy bag. Isn't this pretty? Look at that. I love roses. And then this is the back of it also. All the French writing. Beautiful. And look at the fabric inside. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a gold, silvery outline on the roses. Really pretty. So this one, what did I, oh, yes. Oh, it's another one I want to start right away too. It's from Histories de Lynn. And I think that translates to Stories by Lynn. But this is ABC Rond, R-O-N-D. It's really kind of hard to see, but it is a round design with the alphabet and then flowers sent all through there. I just fell in love with that. And I think one person was working on it. I saw on one of the Facebook groups. And I was like, oh man, I gotta go find that. That may be a little easier to see there, I don't know. So I decided with this one, because I've got a big fabric stash, I'm not gonna go buy the fabric. I'm gonna use what I have until I get done with it, you know, until I get low, and I'll get some more. But what did it call for? It's a Zweigert, but I don't see the color here. But it only calls for 3 colors: a green, a rose, and like a golden brown. So that's what these are. Let me turn that light on again. It didn't stay on. I don't know if that helps you or not, but so these 3 colors, and I thought they might look really pretty on my lamb's wool. You'll be able to see everything real well. Even this brown I think should show up well on there, but the rose definitely, and I think the green really pops on there as well. So this is another one that I would like to get a start on fairly soon, because I think it's going to take me a while, and because it is round, I want to make sure I count correctly, because I don't know about you, but I'm always a little wonky on my count. It does not come out the same way twice. But okay, another Judy bag. This is forest animals, and then the bright orange inside. And in here I have my Fragment Sampler. Let me get back out to them, which is this one. And I did get a start on it and got worked on it a little bit. Oh, that's the wrong side. I did more than that. Let me move my needle a little bit so you don't have to see it. That's what I have done. Woo, way down there. Okay. That's what I have done so far. I think it's delicate. It's really pretty. I'm in the big part right now along here. So there's about 6 colors moved around it, or start and stop in there. So it's taken a bit of time to get that in. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm really liking it. It's a pretty little stitch. And it's fairly easy, you know, it's not. The hardest part, like I said, is that you put a few stitches in, you change your color. Put a few more, you change your color. But, you know, that's the way it is, right? So, I worked on that. And then the last thing I worked on, want to show you, is, oops, I just threw everything around. Dutch Beauty. I lost my train of thought. I couldn't think of what I was trying to tell you. Dutch Beauty. This piece here. So if you remember, I had just finished all of this, and now I've started working on this next page. So, ow. I did get, I was through here. I got all the grass in, the urn, and I've started up the big flower, and I've got the border all the way in with all the colors on it. I haven't worked on this in a few days, and it's really been calling to me. I'm ready to come back to it again and get some more in on it. And my goal was to try to finish one whole page in 1 month, 2 at the most. So I've really, what's today's the 10th? I've got to really get working on this because I have from here up that I need to finish. I think I can do it, but not if I'm going to be stitching on these other things. Oh, the dilemmas of stitching, right? But that brings us up to date. So my plans are Dutch Beauty, definitely get stitches in on that. I'd like to move forward on the Fragment Sampler and get stitches in on that. And I really would like to start Spring Dare and possibly the ABC Rond. I don't know if I could get all of these in, but I'm going to do my darndest to get it done. Outside of that, I think that's it. I don't have any other plans in the making. What are you guys up to? What are you stitching on? You know, be sure to share that. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please think about subscribing and click that button. And I will see you back here again, hopefully in 2 more weeks. So until then, brightest blessings. Bye-bye.